Hey guys, Nick here. You're listening to the official podcast of 4PlayerNetwork.com, a weekly live show about video games. We're proud to say that we've been at this since 2008 and have remained 100% independent since day one, and that means you'll never have to hear a sponsored ad on this show. So if you want to support what we do, all we ask is that you consider making our silly little show part of your weekly rotation. You can tune in when we record these episodes live every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time on twitch.tv/4playerpodcast, all spelled out. If that's not your thing though, you can also subscribe to the show on your preferred podcast service, join our community Discord at discord.gg/4player, or, if you're so inclined, send us a couple bucks a month on Patreon. And that's it for shameless self-promotion. Time to talk about the latest and greatest in the world of video games. Let's get started. Let's do this. Hey everybody, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 854. It's November 6th, 2025. I'm your host, Nick Henderson, joined by Brad Simons.
Hello.
Christopher Guthridge.
Hello.
And Chris Davis.
Hello, I'm also here.
And we're flying by the seat of our pants a little bit tonight. First of all, I hope everybody had a spooky, lovely Halloween. I only had like 8 trick-or-treaters, by the way.
Well, maybe your neighborhood sucks.
Yeah, I mean, last year we had a lot. This year it was like 8 groups. So we ended up with a fuck ton of candy.
That's weird though, because you just live in a neighborhood. My neighborhood is it's like fucking Woodstock, man. On Halloween, it is so fucking hype, and I'm glad that the weather was nice because it was a vibe, man. It's like a block party. I mean, all of Hutto is just one big neighborhood, and man, everybody's out having a good time. So many people were trying to get us drunk in our neighborhood.
Fuck, man, we should have come over to your neighborhood.
And there's so many kids. Everyone's hype, and everyone was like calling Henry Sub-Zero. He was just a blue ninja from Amazon. He just wanted all the swords and kunais and shit. And I told him, I was like, dude, people are gonna call you Sub-Zero. It's a Mortal Kombat fighting game character. His powers are ice. You can't play that game. You can't even look at that game. But trust me, they're going to call you Sub-Zero. And everyone was calling him Sub-Zero. And he was so confused, even though we talked about it. Let me tell you, Griffin was Blippi, and people were losing their minds. It was a pretty good Blippi costume. But
okay, that makes everything you just said makes me wish we had we should have gone to your neighborhood, but you can't do that. You can't just go to somebody else's neighborhood because then it's like you want the experience of like handing out candy, but you can't just go to some other place and start handing out candy to strangers on the street. You got to do it from strangely enough, you got to do it from your home, which is very strange.
There is the trunk or treat. You can do that.
So here's your problem, Nick. Like, you got to get out of your house. Ever since COVID, people just hang out in their driveways now. Like, COVID started that, right? Yeah. And now, like, kids aren't going to doors, like knocking on doors to trick or treat.
How are we supposed to watch
because they stopped doing that. No, you literally watch them in your fucking driveway. It's like a block party now, man. You get out there, like a coworker of mine. He had his setup in his driveway. He was watching, not Demon Slayer, Demon Hunters, because that's the go-to K-pop Demon Hunters in his driveway, and he was handing out ramen as his handout, and people were like, "Oh, the ramen house! I've been hearing about the ramen house. This is hype." Yeah, you got to just have a party in your driveway or your front yard.
I will tell you this: that does sound sick as hell, but and even though we didn't do the trunk or treat thing from our driveway, I'm pretty confident that our neighborhood did not have the block party vibe. We were looking outside
because you're in one of them old money neighborhoods, huh?
No.
Got them. That 4,000 square foot house or whatever the fuck.
That is not at all the case.
That is not true at all. He's got a nice house, but no.
I've never been to his house. But
I think Chris Davis has a bigger house than I do.
Well, he lives out in
you've got the bigger one.
So of course he does.
You've got the upstairs.
Let's measure our homeowner dicks right here on the podcast. Now, all right, guys, we're gonna be firing from
talking about property taxes.
We're a little bit tonight is all about property taxes. Now, we are a little overdue this year. Last year during we did our first community league in Fantasy Critic. And it was a great time. And about halfway through the year, maybe a little more over the halfway point, we did a podcast where we just looked over the community leagues, kind of went through people's rosters and talked about it. And we haven't done that yet this year. And it's getting late in the year. It's November. We're officially less than 2 months away from the end of the year. So we're a little behind schedule in that regard, but we're going to do it. So we're going to talk a little bit about our league. It's been a while since we've dedicated like a significant chunk of time to talking about Fantasy Critic. So we'll do that tonight. We'll go over our league. We'll look through our community rosters and talk about that. And that's going to be the show this week. So let's, format wise, I don't know how this is going to work exactly.
I say let's just go down the line in our league.
Just go down the line.
We'll go down the line. We'll talk about it. We have some new pickups, so we can focus on those. But I think a general like overview of how things have been going. We'll get to crispy, because multiplayer shooters apparently score 93 all the fucking time, right? Multiplayer shooters aren't Fantasy Critic poison.
You didn't see the signs?
Shut the fuck up, dude. I saw the signs, dude.
Ace of Base.
He opened up his mind. He saw the signs.
Oh, there's something I want to say from the top because this is general, and there are certain how do I say this? There's certain genres of games where you can't trust anybody because everyone's on the take. And one of those are multiplayer shooters. And because the content creators that are out there, they can't fucking be trusted. So when they're like hype and excited, like, oh, it's the next big thing, it's like, I don't know if I can trust you. And it's not that like the signs were that maybe the game coming out was going to be iffy. It was more just that you can't trust anyone. VR is like that too, right? Because there's like every year, there's like a few VR games where the VR community is like, oh, this is the next big thing. And it's like, remember Carlos picked up Behemoth last year because it was going to be the next big VR game. And it was just like kind of a wet fart. It's because you can't trust certain genres of games because normies aren't necessarily the ones in the preview period, like talking the games up. It's these YouTube content creators, and that's why they can't be trusted. But it's towards the
weirdos.
End, I did come around on it because I saw Co-Carnage seemed like he was speaking from his whole heart when he said he thought Arc Raiders was pretty hype for real. And he's kind of one of the few where I tend to like, remember Dave the Diver? It was like a 91. I picked that shit up because like he was glazing that demo hard. And he's what I keep him in my pocket now for Fantasy Critic secret. Whatever. Who's up first? We got
Chris You're going Davis. Down the list.
Yeah, Chris Davis is first. First draft pick, Mr. Christopher Davis. It was a tough year. You had some wins, right? Expedition 33, it performed better than most people were expecting.
Anybody
honestly,
thought it was ever going to do?
The surprise hit of the year, even you could say. It didn't score like Arc Raiders or anything, but it did. Did really great. It will win Game of the Year, of course. There's no real doubt about that. But yeah, you have some L's. I gotta say, Grand Theft Auto 6 was a good first round pick. Wouldn't have been my first round pick, but I get it. The payoff was high. That recently got delayed.
If it had come out this year, you would be.
Yeah.
It'd be a different story right now.
Is it still the top pick next year? It just got delayed till next November.
It got a firm release date. Is the thing.
A firm release date?
No,
it had a
release date, and then it got moved to another firm release date.
Wait, no, it didn't have one in.
It had one in May. It had a date in May.
Oh, yeah, it did. It was a firm.
And then they were like, "Oh no, never mind."
Elden Ring Night Rain. I wouldn't have grabbed it second, but it did okay at an 80.
I get why you did that though. Elden Ring just as a name in general.
Yeah,
it makes
but
perfect sense.
We knew. No, whatever. Yeah, fine. Expedition 33. That's the one that it always looked cool, but we didn't know
I will say this, Brad. We probably need to hit the highlights and lowlights of each list rather than doing every
My
single.
entire card is highlights and lowlights, man.
Chris Davis is a little bit of the exception. He is full of highlights and lowlights.
There is no middle ground.
So we say that, and he is at a -2, but in Ace Combat ain't coming out. But unbeatable.
It's okay to dream. It's okay to dream.
Unbeatable, Octopath Traveler 0, and Dispatch are all games that are coming out / are out in some form, and they all look pretty promising. So like, he's not going to stay in the negatives at the very least. He will most certainly probably be last place.
Yeah,
but I mean, would it be a fast season of 4-player Fantasy Critic if Chris Davis wasn't last place?
I was last place.
I wasn't last place the previous
true.
2 years.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm just kidding. Anyways,
yeah.
Next is me.
Always got Carlos.
Next is me. So here's the thing. I'm looking at my roster. I'm like, oh, this is great. The truth is, I mean, I think other people did really great this year. Like, I think this is the first year where we've really kind of come down to the wire, and it's like, it's going to be a squeaker. Well, maybe not, maybe less of a squeaker now since Arc Raiders overperformed, but for a while, like, my roster's complete. I have one more counter pick to make. I have 140 points. Ed has 133 points. His roster is complete. And so I have to, Crispy aside, Tenebris Somnia, I don't think is coming out this year. That game's been kind of dark, honestly. I'd be super surprised if that came out.
So I'm about to take another L.
I have to make sure that if I'm going to beat Ed, I have to counter pick something that doesn't lose more than 7 points, it looks like, which is not an easy feat considering what's left to counter. So, but again, it might not matter.
Look at
it's
that.
Really close.
Not a single 0 on Ed's list. Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, go back up to yours, Brad. Did you?
But he does have a -10.
Yeah, he's got negative. Well, I have the -19 from Kingdom Come Deliverance too, which is why it's so
-10
close.
Is much lower than 0.
Well, what's the counter pick? The thing is, Pokemon Legends, it was like at an 84. It got down to an 80. What the hell happened, man?
People want that voice
played it. I don't know.
I mean, what the hell? Come on, I'm getting fucked by Game Freak. And then we're down to Crispy. Crispy's at 125 points.
Wait, you need to scroll. Sorry,
I'm in control of the scroll.
So we're close.
Scroll
but the problem is Crispy is very close behind, and he still has Metroid
Prime and an open slot, which Brad knows what that game's gonna be.
I mean, granted, there's the Skate Story counter pick, but I don't think you're gonna lose. Probably.
Dude,
I mean,
Skate Story is gonna
some serious.
I mean, it's not gonna be like an 88 or anything. I mean, I think at most you lose.
Mark my words, Skate Story is gonna face plant.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that, but
mark my words. I said.
I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think it's gonna matter too much, but I will say to the people who have money, like Nolan and who
fake
Nick,
money.
do you have a slot left?
We'll talk to those people. They've got busy lives.
No, Carlos is full. Do not let Crispy have an easy win on his last slot, but it's probably not going to matter.
Well, the only alternative is to let you win. Is the problem?
Or what are you talking about? Ed? Ed's in better shape than me, honestly, right now, because he's probably going to get a 0 on his last counter pick, and there's not much left to counter pick. I have to counter something that's a 77 or lower, which is not easy. And not to mention, there's going to be like more fluctuations. Apparently, everyone hates Pokemon now, so whatever.
Dude, but what if Metroid Prime 4 sucks?
Shut up.
What? What if it sucks?
Shut up, Crispy.
If it sucks, I'll smash my Switch too.
I don't care.
Mark my words.
I don't care about. I don't care about winning Fantasy Critic if the cost is that Metroid Prime 4 sucks. I want Metroid Prime 4 to blow my Fantasy Critic out of the water, please. I'd much rather that.
I'm also with Zlade in chat, who says, I hope either Crispy or Ed wins. All these Brad wins are boring.
No. Look, I got to be honest with you. I feel like this all falls apart if I win again. But at least, even if I do, it's really close. But I was sweating like I don't know if everyone's gonna play next year if I win again.
It's possible, man. We might just.
But the good news
throw
is,
in the towel.
I don't have to
your chances of winning again go up.
No. I'm saying I'm glad it turned out this way. Like, people have very good rosters this year. I feel like
most of us did
the last couple of years towards the end, like, people were kind of making some like iffy picks, but this year everyone stayed pretty strong. Like, honestly, even you, Chris Davis, at the end, you were making some decent pickups. Like, there's not a lot of like random bullshit like picked up, that like last year there were games that like didn't get enough scores and stuff to even get points and just random shit. This year everyone's looking pretty strong.
How many untitled mainline picks were there this year? There
was like
3
untitled mainline.
They're probably all on Chris Davis's list.
There was the Ace Combat. There was a Fire Emblem, and there was Donkey Kong. All 3 of those were
and Mario Kart. Wait, Ed picked up Mario Kart before pre-announcement.
So then 4.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know.
There was 4 unnamed picks.
Actually, Brad, didn't you also pick up untitled 3D Mario game, or did you?
Yeah,
did
but
you
I
drop
dropped
that? Okay,
I dropped.
Oh, so there was 5.
Yeah,
and only 2.
I don't know if I'm the one who had Mario. Somebody had Mario, but they dropped it. Did I? Was that?
We had a 60% success rate on just like calling shots this year. That's crazy.
Donkey Kong was crazy.
What can I say? We know what we're talking about.
But Donkey Kong was picked up. No one drafted Donkey Kong.
I mean, even Fire Emblem, like, it wasn't announced for this year, but they announced it, and then he got to just drop it because it had a date for next year.
Well, I got untitled Donkey Kong game last year, but the clock ran out.
Yeah. When that Fire Emblem trailer started, I just wanted to see the look on Crispy's face. Before it was announced that it was next year. That would have been great. Moving on to Nick. I think Nick made some great picks. The Earthblade L early on was annoying.
It hurts.
I'm sure.
Brutal.
Like, I can't even believe it wasn't even a delay. They just fucking canceled that game, and that game was like
actual tragedy. Yeah.
Oh my god. I thought I was like, oh man, I got Earthblade. This is a easy W for me.
Why did they cancel it? Financial?
Because legal issues and drama and shit.
No, yeah, it wasn't coming together, and the team fell apart, and
Hell yeah.
You're still waiting on you got an open slot, but you're also waiting on Tenebrous Somnia. So I will say that is a New Blood game. I am in their Discord.
It's gonna slip.
There is some activity in their Discord channel, but it sounds like they're trying to wrap up the game. They're not like they're about to ship the game. But the last we heard is that it is coming out this year. But I don't know. A lot of what's happening to a lot of games, indie games that were slated to release this time of year, they're kind of slipping to January, February, Q1. They're getting a lot of Q1 pushbacks. So we'll see. But like, I will say, I stand by that game. I played that demo. It's super cool. So if that game does come out, that kind of fucks Ed up a little bit, which is
how are we feeling about Unbeatable? That's my counter pick. I'm still waiting on.
What the fuck is that?
Unbeatable. That's a music game where you do crimes.
The anime style.
Yeah, that's mine. I picked that up.
Okay, indie music.
And
rock.
To be honest, I want that game.
It looks cool.
On a personal level, I want that game to do well because it looks cool. But like, it was hard to pick a counter pick at this point in the year, and I was like, that one looks like it could go either way, and it's probably going to pay an indie tax regardless of how good or.
It's had 4 different demos over the past 5 years, and every time the response has been excellent.
I saw a rando tweet about it the other day, and they said they want that game to be good, but they played the demo and they thought it was trash. So,
well, you're listening to somebody on the internet.
It was a rando.
The Steam reviews are positive for the demos, but I don't know. We'll see. At the time, I thought it was a solid counter pick because it didn't have like a date or anything. So but it looks like it's not going to slip. That comes out this month.
That's gonna fuck me, I think.
Well, I mean, like I think you were kind of out of reach of like first place, or I mean, like,
Oh, I know. I have no. There's no.
But you're not going to be last.
No misgivings here. I'm not going to come in.
There's
first,
only one
second,
person that's going to
probably
be
third. It is first place is a close race between three people. Everything. I'm going to end up near the bottom.
The thing is, you didn't even pick up any like bad games, like because like what is the punishment is that you have to stream your lowest rated game, but like you picked games that you like. What, you have to play Chronos: The New Dawn?
It is still a crime. It is still a crime to me that fucking Silksong only ended up pulling in a 91. We're talking about fucking Silksong.
Honestly,
what
that
the
is
fuck?
Underperforming. People are out of their fucking gourds, dude. Shut up, dude. People
it's
are
not as good as Expedition 33. I'll tell you that.
Oh no! What? Oh,
but the thing is, it was like Silksong was primed to like make that mid 90s, but all of a sudden people realize that they're soft ass fucking teddy bear gamers. It's they can't handle. Oh, the boss is too hard. I had to fight it like 20 times. These motherfuckers, all you people play are FromSoft games these days, and they can't handle a fucking Hollow Knight sequel.
Basic bitches. By the way, my wife eats Silksong.
By the way, Silksong is like extraordinary. Like that game deserves a 96. Fuck you, people. I'm with you, Nick.
My wife finished Silksong today. 112 hours on it.
Yeah, she's slow.
I want to know.
No, she also like damn near 100%ed it.
I did 100% it, and it was still under 100. Get on, Rob.
Well, good for you, Brad.
I think there might be this thing too, where like if a game is too big, like if it gets so many reviews, that can only hurt it, right? Like isn't Silksong an example of like if a few less people had reviewed that game, it would probably have a higher score.
No, it's literally because the zeitgeist was talking about how like unfair it is, and
I know, but like I'm saying, I'm talking about a margin of like 5 points here. Like, I think that it was one of those games that is like so overexposed that there's no way it could have been like a 96.
But here's the problem: when it has that many reviews, each positive or negative review that it gets helps or hurts it less. So like, if you have fewer reviews, that one negative review that would have knocked like 0.01 points off percentage now knocks 2 full points off of it.
Yeah,
sure, but there's also like isn't there like a bit of a bell curve that starts to form once you increase your sample size?
Yeah.
So like you're just kind of knocking down the ceiling while you're knocking up the floor. Like
it's just frustrating because Hades 2 came out and it's good, but it's like way safe and like for a sequel to Hades, and it's at a 94. That's Silksong's score. Fuck you, Hades. Yeah. I mean, can I say, if Ed ends up winning this, can I say
you'll quit?
during our draft, he surprised all of us when he drafted Hades 2 in the second round, and we all just were like, "Oh, yeah, I guess that's okay." If we all went in knowing that Hades 2 was on the table, would we have drafted it sooner? Would we?
Yeah.
Hades 2?
Yes, that would have been like first.
It didn't have a date. It didn't have a date or anything. It was early access.
It was.
I mean,
the release details were the risk. No one thought it was going to be a bad game.
But we all knew it would score like this, right? Surely.
Yeah.
If it came out.
Okay.
Anybody who played Hades 1 knew it would score that way.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, people. I mean, like.
But I'm saying, like, a good game, I did not write Hades 2 down.
So,
I didn't write Hades 2 down. I guess I could have, though. Yeah. No, you're right. It's fair. It felt kind of far away in January, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were very cynical, and we were all talking about how that game wasn't going to ship, and how fucking Grand Theft Auto wasn't going to ship, and I don't know, probably like Mina the Hollower, and like a whole bunch of shit.
Speaking
Mina
of
the Hollower was a fucking tragedy, dude. It had a date. Like they delayed it a month before release. Come on. Halloween was perfect too. So Nolan, he has 3 open slots. He countered Arc Raiders, which at the time seemed like, there wasn't a lot to counter, and that seemed like a decent one, honestly.
It's still very early. Like Arc Raiders
But
only
now
has 22
that
reviews
murdered
so
him.
far. So
Listen, can I just give my very biased like
2020
confirmation bias
hindsight. Go ahead.
opinion 2020 hindsight view of Arc Raiders?
Yes.
And I say that, but I was actually thinking this at the time. Okay, I didn't know for a fact that it was gonna do gangbusters, and I am actually kind of surprised by how high that score is right now, and I do expect it to go down a little bit. But I will say, it seemed like a combo fitting into place as soon as the marathon, the first marathon technical test ended, and everyone was kind of like, ugh. And then, like, at the end of that technical test, everyone was like talking about Arc Raiders. As soon as that happened, it really seemed like I was saying, I think this is a genre that is waiting for its big breakthrough into the mainstream. I think it is waiting for that, like, big one to bring it to people outside of the weird hobbyist, like, modder circles, right? Everyone wanted it to be Marathon. Everyone played Marathon and decided it was not Marathon. And that basically primed them to be extra accepting of a mainstream extraction shooter that was halfway decent. And Arc Raiders, to its credit, is a little more than halfway decent. Like, it was
And it's really polished.
kind of a perfect storm of public sentiment. Like, people were ready to be really kind to that game because it was eating Marathon's lunch, and everyone was so mad at Marathon.
Reminds me a little bit of like when Apex Legends first released.
Yes.
It's like, oh, this isn't like, ugly and jank like PUBG. This is that, but it's like a polished
making a fucking polished battle royale game. Like, yeah, for sure. That isn't fucking Fortnite or whatever. Like,
but I think the reason people were undervaluing it is because multiplayer only games especially have been a huge risk over the past few years, like, and have not paid out big. And in fact, the highest profile one in the past few years was probably Helldivers 2, which was still low 80s, right? And it's like, well, so it felt like that was kind of like the best you were gonna get for a multiplayer only one, game that captured the zeitgeist. But 92, that's crazy.
I mean, it's a little crazy. I don't know. I mean, it's a fun game. I will say, one of my favorite Steam reviews I saw just says, like, if you played Last of Us Factions, you'll like this game. And I was like, oh, dude.
That's a crazy thing to say.
That's me.
Kind of, though. No, but, like, if you play the game, kind of. Yeah. Like, I can, like...
Okay.
Dude, I'm telling you. Like, the people were ready. And it was here.
Because, I get it. Because Escape from Tarkov was just not for normies.
That was never going to be it. Yeah. That was never going to be
not for normies.
I mean, Nolan's roster has been solid, but
He's still got
these
the
counter picks.
He's gonna beat me in absentia.
Yeah.
Finally, we got Carlos, which Carlos has had a strong year. I'm glad he finally. The Mina the Hollower delay sucks, but he can still drop that. It didn't get countered. It did get delayed officially. He's holding on to that maybe in the hopes that it does drop this year, because they didn't say that it. They said the delay was not a definitive, like they didn't delay it to anything specific. Could still drop. I could see maybe early December, but I don't know. He should probably drop it. The rest of his games look okay. I don't know about Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty ends up this year.
Is that game not already out?
No.
Oh, you can't counterpick Mina. Okay.
But no. Mina can't be counterpicked because it doesn't have a date, or it doesn't have a because it's been delayed.
November 1st.
Oh, Crispy wins.
Someone should counterpick Luminez. I'm just kidding.
Crispy wins. But what does that have to do? What does that have to do with anything? I mean, look at this. Crispy's going to win regardless, I think, whether someone counterpicks Mina or not.
I'm just saying that like Metro Prime 4 is going to be an 85 plus minimum.
Are you about to explain to us basic math? And are you about to tell us what we already know?
I apologize. Please continue.
I'm saying we did.
Damn, Brad.
Talk about this. Yeah, we talked about Crispy. He'd have to really fuck up with this last pick, or Skate Story has to be.
Wait, scroll back up to the top where we can see Crispy and Ed.
Yeah,
and Brad.
he's highest projected now by 10 points, and he has an empty slot.
Yep.
And you know, like I said, Carlos did look pretty strong. He still has a counter pick. You know what he told me? He's waiting for someone to pick up Routine so he can counter pick it. And I'm like, dumbass, you're the only person who would ever draft Routine. So that's not gonna happen.
I thought about it.
I thought about
it. Wow, Brad's over here unintentionally insulting
Nick,
all of us.
Nick,
I thought about it.
Nick, you should not draft. You know what? You should draft Routine.
It doesn't matter
because
what I draft.
Your list is all fucking horror games that you want to play. So I think that's perfect for your list.
Actually,
honestly.
Brad's making a compelling argument there.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm like, at this point, I think we don't even know.
But don't do it before Crispy.
It's dropping in 3-4 weeks.
We'll see if that holds. All right, let's move on to the first community leagues. We have how many leagues? 5, I think.
5. So before we start going down each one, can I say that one of the things that is compelling about the Fantasy Critic Discord Super League, which has 6 different divisions right now, each has 12 players, is that they do a thing where depending on your performance that year, you move up. Like it's like a Division 1, like it's a tiered division, and there's movement between the divisions based on performance. So like the better player rise to the top, while the players who perform worse move down, right? I kind of like that idea for our divisions, right? That way, like the top performers can move into like a more competitive league instead of just, beating up the
normies.
I'm not gonna name anybody specific, but it's I don't know. What do y'all think? The thing is, it's hard to set up the first year when we already have like information. Well, true, but not everybody played last year also played this year, and it hasn't been exactly fair because some of these, as you'll see, have been very competitive, and there's like multiple really good players in the same leagues, divisions this year.
We will examine these lists when all is said and done and decide the best way to move forward in 2026.
Yeah,
to make the community leagues fun and interesting. But did Community League number 1 really just leave their league name as Test? I'm pretty sure I changed
Division number 1. No.
It
It's Lovely League of Luscious Lurking Lounge Lizards.
What the fuck?
Bangers.
Starring.
I think you followed the wrong one.
Maybe that's
maybe I did an update. Hang
on. Starring MB. Well, we'll just go down the line.
Well, give me 30 seconds. I'll get this.
Give Chris Davis. Surely we can vent for 30 seconds while Chris Davis figures out what's going on there.
Yeah, he's found
there we go. Okay.
All right.
And again, you're going to see some strong rosters here.
There it is. So first of all, we should maybe mention who's in this league. We have community members. Oh, go ahead.
No, you see. Go.
MB475, Tubala Fordala, Shakusky,
Tubala was a winner last year, by the way.
Yes, and Damar. So we got 5 people in this list. It looks like two people have used all their budget, and one person still has $45 left.
One person has $72.
Oh my god, $72!
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
So
it is November.
So in the lead is MB with name roster or team name CID.
Yeah,
He's a
you know
cop,
me.
I guess. I don't know. And he's done. All his counters and all of his roster is complete. He has 155 points, which looks damn fucking good. He doesn't have an L on his list. I mean, his counters, he
Scroll down at
lost
the
quite a
list,
bit of
let's see
points
it.
with his counters, but his roster's so strong it doesn't really matter.
There it is. CID. Scroll down a little bit more.
Yeah.
Dang! Look at that.
So he's definitely looking. I'm looking at
Solid.
these others.
Serious. He's got some serious unexpected W's on his list though. Like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Who would have guessed that would have pulled almost a 90? Fucking Clear Obscure got 24 points for that.
There's
Silent
Trails
Hill
in the
F.
Sky
Nobody thought
overperformed.
Silent
Yeah,
Hill F was gonna pull out an 86.
there's
That's
been a
crazy.
lot of overperformers this year, like for real. And notice almost none of them are just like random indie games. It's like these. It's the knowns that overperformed. I've gone on and on about the indie tax, and let me tell you, this year is definitely. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. But like, this is by no means over. I mean, Tubala still has Luminous. But he's countered 2 games that have yet to come out. Yeah, this league might be done. Shikuski had a strong roster. He's got the Skate Story counter Cummings. He's currently at 95 points. He had a couple of no ships that sucked ass. Karen hurts because I was a believer in Karen as well.
Somebody counterpicked Karen. Or no, never mind. I lied. Somebody counterpicked GTA 6.
Yeah, he might be able to swap it, but like, so like if he might have already done like a will not release drop. I kind of wish maybe if you click the details, I don't know. I kind of wish it was easier to see that information. Like maybe they had little red X's or something, like something off to the side that showed that you used your your free drop, you used your or you've done a will not release drop. Like maybe show like without doing what Chris Davis is doing, right? Of having to scroll through the fucking history. Like I wish there was a way to more visibly see things like that. Like maybe what was on your roster, at the beginning of the year after the draft, because a lot of drops happen and stuff. The super drops happen, right? For $40. I just wish you could see that more easily. Daymar is kind of struggling the most here, but he still has.
Jay Hit in chat says if you click details on the publisher, it'll under the publisher name, it'll show you the drops.
Okay.
Just not that we really need to right now. Go
No.
down to his list.
There we go.
Yeah. So there you go. It'll show you the detailed history.
Drafted.
Oh, okay. I see.
Interesting.
Well, it shows that he used it at least. Oh yeah, it does show drops. Okay. Daymar's in last, but he still has Metroid and Kirby Air Riders have yet to have, and Skate Story, all yet to have a score and an empty slot. So like, I don't know if anybody's gonna catch CID over here, but Tubala, last year's winner. I think I don't think he's gonna win this year. Even Slapdog, he's got some. Oh, he counter Metroid Prime. Fuck Slapdog. Sorry, Slapdog. How dare you? How dare you?
Fuck that guy.
So yeah, I feel like MB475 has got this one in the bag, but definitely some decent rosters this year. Let's go to Division 2. We have
the difficult 6.
Really? Oh wait, hang on. Oh,
this is the one with an extra. No, that's 3, right?
That's still the old one. Okay, maybe I just didn't update it. Let me just go grab the new ones.
Well, I'll read off the people.
Don't worry, we'll
link.
figure this out. Everybody, calm down.
League 2 is Fighting Tooth and Nail, and its players are Tak, King Carry, Skylar, Aptum, and Sanji, aka Skaj. And let's see, we have Tak. She famously counterpicked Flight Simulator during the draft and said it's probably going to launch as a buggy mess, and we all called her fucking crazy. And then look what happened. Honestly, she's been Nostradamus ever since. But but still looks pretty close. So like Tack's currently in the lead, but King Carry's projected like pretty handily to win this. Let's see why. Skylar, first round pick. Man, Skylar got Wild, Silksong, unannounced 3D
There's also
Mario.
some bids processing.
Countered.
Wait, scroll down a little bit further. Slow down a little bit. We can't see this.
No, bids aren't processing. Yeah.
I lied. I saw the countdown.
Dude, Skylar's counters killed Sky. Man.
I can't see the list. Okay.
Skylar got Blueprint, Silksong, Wilds. It sucks getting Mario countered, but you know, it happens. It happens. Should have come
the unannounced mainline 3D Mario platformer to be exact.
But good rosters, man. Good rosters. That the Dune Awakening counter pick honestly made sense at the time. That game, I think, even overperformed. 100 line Last Defense Academy. I think a lot of people countered this like in January, and then like shortly after, like previews came out, and they're like, "No, this shit's the real deal."
So what have we done?
Man, it's been one of those years.
Again, damn good roster, but had to hold the GTA 6.
That's a theme throughout every league, right? Somebody picked GTA 6 and somebody countered it because they had no faith in it releasing.
Counterpicking Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD remake is questionable though. Because that seemed like the most safest, like because Dragon Quest 3 came out last year and was like at an 85 plus, and they were just gonna do that again. I mean, that's...
Need I remind you if you go back and think about draft night, it was like picking counterpicks was super tough. Like there was it didn't seem like there was any obvious answers for counterpicks.
Sure. Yeah. But like, so when I'm counterpicking, I'm either looking for like, there's no way that's going to ship, or if I'm really, what I'm looking for is like risk of not shipping, but even if it does ship, it's probably not going to have a huge payout. That's what I'm looking for, like counterpicks. But
especially on
Dragon Quest, we knew that game was going to come out, and we knew it was going to score like more than safe. I think that's risky, is what I'd say. But otherwise, roster is strong. Counterpicks kind of killed. King Carry is the one who's projected to do so well, and I can see why. Currently at 127 points, still has Lumines, Arise, and Metroid to come out.
Oh, shit.
Everything else on his roster is like extraordinary.
Oh, Tack.
He's also
Tack.
He's also one of the few people who pulled in positive points on a counter pick. He got 7 points on Lost Soul Aside.
Yeah. So. No, I mean, I think King Carry has this. Honestly, Tack countering Metroid. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong? There's never been like
bad Metroid Prime game.
No, like literally, Retro Studios has not shipped a Metroid Prime game that scored less than 90, and that includes remasters, re-releases. You know, the trilogy. Like those games do not score poorly. Something's really gonna have to go wrong for Metroid Prime 4 to like not do well.
He saw that motorcycle and he was like, I don't know about this.
I saw that motorcycle and I was like, sick. Samus has a fucking motorcycle. What is wrong with people? I don't get it. Link got a motorcycle and we were popping off. Samus can't ride a motorcycle?
No, because she's a girl.
Apparently.
I'm kidding, everybody.
Tack also has Mina the Hollower. Maybe can still drop. I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, maybe there's a gym to. I mean, maybe Metroid slips. What if it slips?
I mean, I'm always a little skeptical of anything that has a release date in December, because it just seems to me like December is such a strange time to release a game. I always feel like November is kind of technically the unofficial end of the year, but you know,
but Nintendo likes to have something in December, whether it's like a small game or a big game. Like they have something in December.
So
I know.
Nova Hearts. I remember Sanji calling out Nova Hearts after the draft as like why did you do that? Nova Hearts came out. It has 1 review on Open Critic, and it's not even a top critic. But it is an 8.
But what is the review?
It's an 8.
Dang, it could be an 8.
Yeah, but it came out in June. So like this is just the risk of cool looking indie games. So what I do
PS3blog.net. Okay.
Because I play Critics Royale now, right? So I'm drafting a lot because I'm looking for 25 games in a single quarter, right? So you're definitely looking at indie games. The tips I can give people if you want to draft a cool looking indie game is, does it have like an indie publisher? Does it have an indie publisher that's like known? I mean, they're not always Devolver, but if you go to Steam, sometimes you'll see that some of these indies, they're like self-publishing. That has a high risk of like not getting enough top critics.
Unless
Also,
it's friend slop.
Well, but even that, right? Even that, most friend slop games like pre-peak weren't getting, many reviews. The other thing to look for is look for mainstream video game websites doing like preview coverage, right? Because if a site that's mainstream is doing preview coverage, it's because whether the indie either has a publisher or they're doing the legwork to make sure that their game gets into people's hands. And if you see that, then that means that same person or publisher is going to make sure review codes go out. And if the indie dev is not sending out review codes, it will not get the scores, because there's a lot of like sites like fucking Noisy Pixels or whatever that reviews so many games, but like if they're not getting review code, they're probably gonna pass, man. But I mean, like I said, there's things you can do to see to predict these things. So that tough break on that. Also, Sonji countered Silk Song, so.
That was probably I don't think it's coming out this year, which you remember me. I've been very skeptical, even though I did bid on it. Or
you get what you fucking deserve. I've been looking for like you get what you fucking deserve from Joker without the part where he shoots Robert De Niro. Can I get like like for posting for meme purposes? Anybody got a clean GIF of that without the
violence?
Without the violence, please. All right, let's move on. I think King Carrie's got this one in the bag. Okay.
Please let me have the correct one.
You're just clicking on the wrong year, bro.
Evidently I am, but we didn't recycle like the leagues. We just set up new leagues instead.
Well, League Division 3 is the difficult 6K mattress.
Yeah.
The difficult 6K.
Most of the leagues put the year in the title, so
yeah,
I think you're good. So yeah,
chat, can you give me that, please?
No,
wait,
was
Prince in that last? Was Prince in that last?
It's the third one from the top. Did
we skip Prince?
No, this is we're on League 4.
Was he in that last division? I mean, oh, he's in League 5. Yeah, we'll get to you.
Wait, was that our second or third league that we talked about?
Third league.
That was our third, or that was our second.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, so go back. You're on the wrong league now.
We're on number 3. This is the difficult 6K mattress. This is the sequel to the difficult 6 from last year. They have 6 players. I think that's some drunken merchant shenanigans, but whatever. It is what it is. This one's very close. This one's very interesting, actually. Drunken merchant's done, and he's done. It's fine.
I feel sorry.
No. Okay, first of all, don't ever feel sorry for a drunken merchant. Come on now. How dare you?
That's rude. That's rude, sir.
Oh, come on.
The man has one dream. He only has one dream in this world. Just be nice to him a little bit, okay?
Wait, what was his shtick this year? What was his shtick?
He's like a me. You can't talk shit and then people go, "Oh, poor guy." No, he plays the heel. So, be the heel. Anyways.
Glad you finally admitted it.
Yeah. What, me? Yeah. I mean, I've never denied that. Jesus Christ.
6 people.
He countered Consume Me. I guess Consume Me was too woke for TDM. Get owned. So I didn't talk about it on the podcast, but I did finish Consume Me, and it is wonderful. One of the best of the year. I highly recommend it. More people need to play Consume Me. It's probably the funniest game I played this year and one of the most charming as well. Really, really good game. So yeah. Also, he's holding on to Mina the Hollower. I don't know if I guess he can draw.
It seems like everybody who drafted Mina the Hollower is not dropping it.
No, here's the controversy. you have to have your free drop because you will not release Mina the Hollower because they did not officially say it's not coming out this year. So if you've already used your free drop, but I know Carlos has not used his free drop, so he can drop Mina the Hollower. But TDM might be holding on to that regardless. But even if Mina the Hollower comes out, I don't think it is going to get him the points. He has its counterpicked the Transylvania Adventure of Simon Quest, which does look cool. If you've never seen a trailer, that game does look cool. It's the same developer as the Angry Video Game Nerd game that just came out.
Oh, okay.
And I believe that developer kind of paused the development of this to work on that AVGN game, so it's probably not coming out this year. Anyways, who else we got? E-Cheese, controversial to say the least. Don't want to give him too much shit, but he's definitely been in a position where he's like, "Oh, I fucked up. I spent all my money. I know at least once he got a pity dollar. He sold something. I feel like we've all been in these situations, right? Every league kind of has a situation maybe where we haven't had anything like that this year in ours, but where someone probably overspent and the only way they could stay in the game is to sell something. And, but we vote on those things, right? Like people could vote against that if they think that sell's going to like reintroduce them as a serious threat, right? People could be like, no, we're not going to let you sell a game. You spend all your money, get fucked, right?
Wait, I'm looking at his list here, and I'm trying to figure out where the controversy is coming from. It looks like
it's hard. Like I said, it's hard. It's hard to tell, but he's done a lot of like drops and sales and trades and stuff to kind of get back in the game. And he has Lumines now, and it's the counter picks that killed him. But Lumines, I think, is going to be a strong earner.
Big earner.
Strong earner. But he has some competition for sure because Ravixi has Metroid Prime that still has to come out. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to lose any more points on counter picks. That's a tough one, but very close.
Did somebody drafted unannounced mainline Half-Life game? That is bold.
Because it was a Hail Mary. So it was a Hail Mary. Some people. So like, here's the thing. If you're like not in the top few, you should be taking big risks like that. Because it's like, why fight for 4th versus 5th place? Like
I'm not talking shit. I mean, I applaud
the football into the end
bold
zone
move.
or whatever, and just hope they catch it. Right? That's a Hail Mary, right? Something like that.
Something to that effect. Yes.
Some crazy play that shouldn't work, but sometimes it does, and you win. So I understand why someone would do that, right? Like that wasn't like a draft. There has been Half-Life smoke,
Mm-hmm. There has been smoke, just no fire.
And Valve is a company that could very well shadow drop anything anytime they want, right?
That is true.
You never know. Zanny though still has Octopath to come out and is at 123 points. Maybe the actual front runner here. It's all very so like between Zanny, Ravixi, and E-Cheese, there's still some spice yet to come for sure. It's gonna be a squeaker. Nannerpuss, Slay had to hold Slay the Spire. That was brutal. Countered Silk Song. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And Halcyon, respectable as well. Dispatch is going to do well, I believe, when it finally gets the scores. I think a lot of people are waiting for the final episodes to release, but what scores we have seen for Dispatch have been good.
Yeah.
But otherwise, strong performance there as well. So just kind of a decent close division all
somebody
year.
Picked up unannounced new God of War Greek project,
which was supposed to be the Blue Point game.
Yeah.
There's some
no,
smoke there.
That's not true. That's not
fire.
True. That's not true.
It's
That's
not?
not true. No. Blue Point was working on a God of War games as a service game.
Yeah, multiplayer.
This is the Metroid, the side-scrolling like Metroidvania.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Grubb knows about, but and picked up in his own fantasy critic league. Mm-hmm. but then he's like, oh shit! Actually, I heard it's not going to make it this year, and he went. but without an official announcement and an official delay, he couldn't drop it. Jeff Grubb pops up in the Fantasy Critic Discord talking to Elite, who, he runs the site, and is like, yo, do I count as a source for this game not coming out this year? Because I'm the one who materialized it into existence, and now I'm saying it's not going to make it. And he said, you know what he told him? He said, if it was like Jason Schreier, if you were Jason Schreier, bro, I'd probably let you drop it. But like, you're not the same tier of source right now, so you're gonna have to hold that.
And if it was Greg Miller, they just ban him.
That shit was so funny, dude.
That's phenomenal.
That shit's so funny. So yeah, he still has that on his roster. But next year,
that's perfect for the meme, the emotional damage. I love.
Yeah, exactly. Poor guy. But yeah, other than that, maybe some shenanigans. Other than that, it's pretty close. Good division. The difficult 6. Who we got next? We have.
Now we're on
4, which is
League of International Gamers Making Assumptions on Aggregate Scoring Systems. I like the team name.
This is another close one.
Good.
Nick, I need you to look at the acronym for the name of this league.
Oh no.
Oh, it spells "I love cum."
What?
No, I'm just kidding. What does it say?
Wait. I see ass at the end. Wait, what? Okay. Don't
LIGMAASS.
Oh, look at my ass. Okay, gotcha. I get it. Okay, I was like LIGM. Like, that's not a word of any kind. Sorry. It's slang, damn it.
So Division 4 has 2 former champions in it together, Brucey and Zero Skies. So it's a little spicy.
And they are
neither are in the lead or projected to win.
They're close though.
It's close. This is a tough one. Simikami is actually projected to win and currently in first. Let's scroll down. And he did pick first with Monster Hunter Wilds, which, Wilds I'd say slightly underperformed, honestly, given what it was kind of like the big follow-up to Monster Hunter World, right? But for fair reasons, I guess. Still, I think was maybe top pick this year. But yeah, great roster all around. What I'm noticing from not just in our rosters, but also the community rosters, people are getting better at Fantasy Critic. I'm seeing less random, what the fuck are you doings in their rosters this year versus last year for sure. Last year when Green Toast picked up Suicide Squad and everyone's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, Green Toast.
Shots fired.
But yeah, no, good all around. I've seen multiple rosters with not a game under 80, which is impressive.
I mean, I feel like most people are losing points in the counter picks.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing, right? As we all get better at picking games for our rosters, when it comes to counter pick time, it's there ain't much to counter that's gonna.
You just gotta know you're gonna take some hits probably.
Yeah. Yeah, and be smart with your super drop. Honestly, I feel like I like that we have a lot of options to. The more options, the more ways you have to come out on top, I guess, if you play it right. But the counter picks hurt. But honestly, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound in January is not Ninja Gaiden Ragebound in July, so I get it. But yeah, good stuff. Samaki. I mean, if he wins, it's just gonna be from just strong play from the looks of it. So this is the definition of getting on base. But
scroll down.
I mean, Cracker Knacker's looking strong. Still has Marvel Cosmic Invasion coming out. looking good.
Oh, shit.
Countered Deltarune, also very controversial. Shout out to TDM.
He counterpicked Mouse PI for hire. That was a good move.
That was a
Even
good
though
move
maybe
because
a little risky, that
early
could've come
on in
out.
the year they were saying like Q4, like relatively early on in the year they were saying like if this comes out it's going to be Q4. If an indie dev is saying Q4 like early in the year, that to me that's like
a risk.
That's a high risk, for sure. But again, amazing roster. Still has Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Could definitely move up from that. Tim Tendo, Arc Raiders definitely doing some work for him, and Dispatch still yet to get a score, but
and he lost quite a bit on the.
He countered Silksong. This is what I say about like I've said this for the past few years, right? Because Silksong has always been in that conversation. Like, if you can draft like maybe Silksong doesn't come out, and you have to hold a 70, or maybe you drop it, right? But the thing is, countering it is scary because basically, if the game comes out, you can't win. You can win in Fantasy Critic with a 70. In fact, I've done it 2 years in a row. I've had 70s, I believe, and still won. You can't win countering a game that's going to score 90 plus. You just can't. It's too much, right?
Unless everybody does it, because there's so many of them.
So Zero Skies is one of the previous year's winners. Still has Octopath and Metroid Prime coming out and sitting at a 98. You know, took some hits on counters, but like those are still huge games to come out. Again, another roster with not a game under 80.
What is the sentiment
probably not going to be enough
about Octopath?
About just
so
like
here's the Octopath blurb. So the controversy with Octopath is like that game is not like a full-blown sequel like Octopath Traveler 2. It's like a repurposing of the mobile game into like a regular full-fledged Octopath
But didn't
game.
they do the same thing with Bravely Default, and that turned out to be a hit?
No.
Am I thinking of that right?
Second Layer?
Maybe, I don't know.
No. They've done that with games before. But like that most recent Atelier game, Wrestliana, was like that. But whatever. The thing is, I've actually heard good things about like the story in that mobile game. The problem is it was a gacha game, and gacha games are trash. They're born trash and they die trash. But like if you remove all that and you had like a good story, and you know the combat system in this series is strong, and you know the music's always fire, and I've listened to like some of that music from the mobile game. It's really good. Like it has the stuff that makes an Octopath Traveler game good. They just have to, did they truly remove everything that made it like a gross mobile game? That's the controversy, right? And I think most people are believing that at the very least, it's gonna probably be like, 80 as the floor. Like it's not gonna score what Octopath Traveler 1 or 2 did probably, but most people are feeling that it still seems pretty safe, which I agree with. I would not value like too much higher than low 80s on that one, honestly, but it's not bad. And Brucey the Wizard, another former winner, huge blow having to hold Mina the Hollower again. I don't know if he can will not release drop that, or if he's holding. I imagine he wouldn't still be holding on to that, because why would he, right? And that's gonna hurt. But he also has Lumines. I think there's a lot of good potential winners here, which is good. I love to see it. It's what's happening in our division now, honestly, and I'm glad it is, because it was getting awkward. Especially awkward in our league, where I then have to at the end of the years go, okay, well, here's my Venmo because this is what we do, right? It was getting awkward. So I hope somebody wins. I hope probably Crispy wins more than Ed, because Crispy has more like
more heart. more
heart, I'd say. I don't know.
God damn, throwing
like
shade
I don't
at
think
Ed.
I've ever seen Ed crash out about
More
Fantasy
spirit?
Critic. It's
Ed's
I mean,
got
has
a good.
the man ever typed in all caps? Really? Really?
Ed's got
Ed?
a really good head on his shoulders. I can't say the same thing about Crispy.
Yeah.
All right.
What the fuck?
Next league, last league.
One more. Also, I'm pretty sure Ed drives like an Aston Martin or something.
Yeah, he doesn't need it like I do.
Crispy's got to pay me back for my Switch 2.
That laugh from Crispy was like, that sounded very much like, oh, I forgot about that. I don't want to give you money now.
Yeah. You're supposed to homie forget about that one, the classic homie forget. Is that what? We have another 6-player division here, our last division. We have Avoisador, Avosador. I mean, these lurker names come out of nowhere. If I've never said them out loud while streaming, it's just who the fuck knows. We got Jester Corky, Prince of the Universe, Brad Skate for Life, which is also a former winner, one of our winners last year. Dano, Laffy Boy Dano, and Zerby.
I like Zerby's name for his publisher, Counterpick Collector.
Apparently. That's.
I will say, after a brief scan of all the divisions, not a single person has a score lower than Chris Davis, who is in the negatives.
Damn,
thanks for that, Brad.
Well, I'm just saying, this is just factual. These are just facts. I'm just giving facts out.
These are emotionless
We're
facts.
in November, and you're the only one that has a negative points. You're the only one that has negative points, which is crazy. But
I don't know. This list looks a lot like mine. He's only 6 points ahead of me.
Still positive points, though.
He's got 4 points, and he's still beating you by 6 points. That's amazing.
Zerby, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry, but I'm actually going to beat you because you only have one game.
Oh man.
We applaud Zerby's ambitions. Okay.
We appreciate you, Zerby.
Let's start from the top. I remember calling this one out early. Avo, Rusty Rabbit on draft night. I was like, dog, what the hell is that? If I've never heard of the game, we're in trouble. And sure enough, it's 69. I don't know. I guess that's nice.
I guess that's nice.
Everything else pretty strong. Everything else pretty strong. Counter picks were strong.
Okay.
I don't know.
Blue. He got blueprints. That's good.
Blueprints. I mean, like, he smart pickups beyond that one. Honestly,
Death Stranding 2,
Death Stranding 2, and Monster Hunter
counters
Wilds
were decent. I mean, he's in good shape. It's just, I mean, he's projected first and actual first right now. So,
but his list is done. Like he's not going to be pulling any new points or anything like that. So,
true. Let's look at the rest. Let's look at this. Dano, 65 points. What happened there? Oh, all counters. Counter Shinobi, counter Borderlands, counter Assassin's Creed.
No, Dano.
So it's funny because you look at the Assassin's Creed and Borderlands counters, and those are definitely like you counter those because the masses have their pitchforks out for Ubisoft and Gearbox, right? I get it. And honestly, I think both of those kind of probably showed up better than we expected. Because I think a lot of people in January were looking at those and like, these could be 70s. These could be in the 70s for sure.
Shinobi's kind of wild though.
Shinobi's kind of wild because that game always looked fire. I don't know what happened with there, but maybe he counterpicked that shit in like February or something. Demon School's still coming though, and Demon School still looks really good. And everything else is strong here. Had to hold Crimson Desert, which is ambitious. That game looks ambitious. I don't know. Crimson Desert, even next year, it got delayed, right? But like even next year, and every time I see that game, it looks so fucking cool. Like I can't believe they're doing this. I still don't trust it. Trust
but that's how I felt about Black
That's a Korean MMO dev.
That's how I felt about Black Myth Wukong. It's how I felt about Atomic Heart. Some of those games,
but
really
Atomic Heart did not score well.
I'm just saying, like, you're. Black Myth
I know.
Well.
We are in the era of Like the fucking Liza P dev is also a Korean MMO dev. I get it. But like, you know, Crimson Desert looks like it's being held together like it's doing too much even now. I don't know. But yeah,
Well, it's also
who
been
else we
developed
got?
for like 7 years.
Skate for Life. Holy shit. Okay. So he has to hold Mina. Whoa. So this is a previous year's winner. Had to hold Mina, had to hold 3D Mario. Immaculate counter picks.
Damn, look at that.
And
He
look
called
at the
Perfect
games that
Dark.
still has an empty spot. Lumines and Marvel Cosmic Invasion still yet to score. Even with the L's that he has, if that last pick is really good, dude, he's still in it. He's still in it because Lumines and Marvel Cosmic, I think those are going to be good points earners. And you know, Skate definitely knows how to pick a good game. So
Winged in chat
Damn.
says, Nick, don't worry, the CCP will send you that check.
Shout out to Absalom. It hurts my heart. So I'm playing Ball Pit right now. I played Absalom. I've played shit ton of it. I got the true ending. It's absolutely one of the best games I played this year. Ball Pit is slop. And to see Ball Pit score the same as Absalom hurts my heart. Like it got a Devolver bump. It got the dopamine Vampire Survivors bump, but Ball Pit is slop compared to Absalom, and critics should be embarrassed. It is fun. But like, come on, man. Come on.
Have
Man.
some
You
shame.
guys got journalism degrees. A lot of y'all. Stop it.
Have some integrity, goddammit.
Yeah. There needs to, lower that ceiling a little bit on those games.
Most
Come
of
on,
them
man.
have communications.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I just read somebody's team name out, made me laugh.
It's not the peak of Vampire Survivor slap. That part's not even true. It's not. We'll talk about Ball Pit next week. It's growing on me, but it is like,
as he continues to talk about
there is cooler
now.
Survivor slop out there. That fucking Deep Rock Galactic Survivor game is cooler than fucking Ball Pit. Like there's cool shits happening in the Survivors.
Ball Pit isn't like a ball. What's that? Ballionaire? Ball.
No, it's not a Balatro.
Oh,
Like it is a Vampire Survivors like.
Oh.
Yeah. It's on the. I bought it. It's on our Steam, or somebody bought it.
Awesome.
It's on our Steam library. I think it was me or Carlos. I don't remember. It's slop though. Let's see. Zerby started off
Got
strong.
Metroid.
Still has Metroid to score. So it's.
I'm surprised he
countered
picked
Tony Hawk.
Countered Silk Song because he obviously thought that wasn't coming out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
everybody that countered Silk Song thought that, right?
Ooh, but then
again,
picked up FBC, Firebreak, and Tron Catalyst. These are heart picks that betrayed him. These are heart picks.
Yeah, Perfect
I'm
Dark
also a little surprised that he picked
canceled,
up
right?
Perfect Dark, but Perfect Dark was never going to come out this year, even if it wasn't canceled, right? That was never that close on the horizon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Counterpicking Tony Hawk is wild though, because again, that one always seemed at the very least really safe. Let's see, and let's look at Prince of the Universe, who is still in it because of Dispatch. Wow, yeah.
Prince of the Universe live in chat.
So Dispatch could be 85 plus. And it definitely has the hearts and minds right now. Like that game is performing extremely well if you look at Steam numbers.
Dispatch would have to pull an 88 or more, I think, to put him above 122, which is the top score right now.
Strong roster to a T, I would have advised against, but I know people love Keita Takahashi, and it looked cute, but
what did it end up doing? Wow, just 70. Okay,
it says it on the roster.
Yeah, but
the scores
I'm
are on the roster.
I'm curious about the breakdown of the scores. Is what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
It has no sauce. He lost the sauce.
Picked up Midnight Walk, which I picked up. We haven't seen this elsewhere. I picked this up in my Super League because our rosters are enormous. But that's still a game that I kind of want to try this year. It looks really cool. It's like that Tim Burton-y looking game, but it has VR support. By the devs of the what was the dice RPG game you played it, Nick?
Oh,
Not
oh my god.
Nice.
No,
Oh
it's
my
like an action adventure
God.
game, but you throw a big
Yeah.
dice.
Dice.
No.
Yeah. No.
No.
The one with like the Tim Burton-y looking one.
No. The Tim
Dice
Burton
and
one, yeah.
Fold?
No.
Is this like an
God.
older game from like 8
No,
or 10
it
years?
came out a couple. They
2
made a
years
sequel.
ago.
Okay. All right.
Oh my
Lost
god.
in Random.
Thank you. I never would have gotten there.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody else
So
got it.
that developer went on to make the Midnight Walk, and
Which is the spiritual successor to Lost in Random, right?
well, Lost in Random got a Hades like that came out this year that actually is supposed to be like pretty banger. Like also 80 plus, I believe, on Open Critic.
Damn.
But that was a different dev. This is what that dev did, and I haven't talked to anyone who's played it, but the scores are pretty good, and I still think it looks cool. Honestly, I think Dune Awakening was a good counterpick, Prince, at the time, of course, just because again that type of game doesn't usually perform well, and honestly, Doom IP based one, I mean, that did better than it had any right to do. Honestly, Ender Magnolia though, I wouldn't have counterpicked that. That seemed like that dev was making the same game again, and the first one scored extremely well, so that was risky. And then we have Jester Corky, also in great shape.
Incredible team name. Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Game Good.
That's all right.
Chef's kiss. I love
Had
it.
to hold the mouse PI delay, which sucks. Probably killed him because let's see. So who's winning here?
His full list is out, so he's not going to pull any more points.
So actually, if you look at it, this division is done minus Prince and Dispatch. So Prince has to hit. Prince is at 106. He has to beat 122 with Dispatch. He
needs like 18 points or 17 or 18 points, right?
And remember, there's going to be fluctuations, right? There's always fluctuations, especially if your game's like 90 plus. Even like if your game's 90 plus, that's like any fluctuation is double point fluctuation. So, and it sucks that mouse PI didn't come out because I do think mouse PI looks really cool.
That looks so cool. I'm ready for that.
But yeah, I guess it comes down to just how much Dispatch, how well Dispatch does to decide if Prince is going to be able to catch Avo. But again, another squeaker. Like I like how all the divisions this year, minus that first one with CID, I think. I don't think anybody was going to catch him or MD.
Yeah. But most of these are squeakers.
Which is exciting, right? No one likes a blowout. People like close games, right? So that's fun.
It keeps it interesting all year long. And big shout out to everybody in the community who's playing this year. It's been a lot of fun. It's been fun.
So a couple of things for like, going into next year, and we'll talk about all this at the end of the year. But I hinted at it, and that maybe I try to like think of something, a way we can like do a little like movement between the divisions based on performance. But there's some other things. One is I definitely want to do a low points league. Like a low points league that
we talked about maybe doing that this year.
Like some of y'all can join. Like maybe we wouldn't do one, but maybe if anybody here in the staff wants to do it with community members, we can all join the same low points league. Where
you mean like the reverse league where you're trying to pick bad games?
Yes. which is fun, right?
So they have to score, but they had to score badly.
You would have been in first place, in other words.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Fuck
this
you.
Been a great
How
league
dare.
to pick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And the other thing is, I was talking with Elite over on the Fantasy Critic Discord because I've become like a rabid Critics Royale player, which is fun. But there's only one Critics Royale. You sign up on the main site, and everybody plays the same game. right? Because no one can affect anybody else. You're just trying to get the highest points you can in a quarter with a certain amount of money. And you can pick up anything. You just got to pick the best games, right? You know, we always talk about, well, my roster would be amazing if I didn't have to draft. If I could just have the games I wanted, you know, my roster would be amazing, but I can't because other people are taking my games and stuff, right? And we have to bid on them and auction them. Critics Royale is not that. It's like, be smart with your money, find some small games that are going to score really well, like Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo, right? You know, you've heard me talk about Derek, who's won 4 quarters in a row now, but he is struggling this quarter. He's struggling. Now, never underestimate Derek, but he's not like on top this quarter by any means. Anyways, so if you're interested in Royale, everybody has to sign up for that one, but you're kind of in the big huge list. But Elite's talking about doing groups. So you still join Royale, but you can filter it by like groups that you make. So we could have like our own page that has all of the 4Player like community and staff in one. So it's still Critics Royale. So it's something that you can sign up for every quarter. Like, you know, and it's a fun thing to do, especially if like maybe your main roster or your main division, like you've really fucked up. At least you can still have this quarterly thing that you can play in, and we can have it maybe broken down by just the players in our community who are playing. And, you know, it'll still be ranked based on that. So we can kind of compete against each other that way. I hope he gets that up and running before, you know, the first of the year, because that's pretty cool if he does.
That would be cool.
So I'm excited. In general, I kind of want to have more things available that are like, you know, maybe less commitment or like more commitment if you want to like play in more leagues and stuff.
So we'll have those conversations and kind of keep everybody in the loop. We still got 2 months left in the year, so we got a little bit of time to figure that stuff out. But again, shout out to everybody in the community who's playing along. And, you know, if you're listening to this and thinking this could be fun and you might want to participate next year, we'll have something sorted out. We'll have opportunities for community members to sign up and maybe even have more options as to kind of what aspect of the game you want to play, like Brad mentioned. So just stay tuned for that. So, guys, that's where
I got one final thing. One final
thought.
Kind of like a sign off, if you will, for
sure.
Well, not really a sign off, but so like a final thought. Maybe and I told you so. Remember, I did the trailer talk where I was like, "Look, y'all have too many empty spots. I've curated a trailer talk.
Yes,
these are all games that I'm not trying to fool anyone. These are games that I think look promising, and nobody's picked up, and they're still coming out, and they have dates. I just want to quickly go over.
Wait, no, don't do that.
No. No. I'm talking about the games that have since come out, not still yet to come out. On that list
I don't need you to rub our noses.
No. Well, not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say that like I wasn't doing it in bad faith. Arc Raiders was on that list.
Nobody accused you of doing it in bad faith.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I did.
Okay, Crispy did.
And I still think it's in bad faith.
Arc Raiders was on that list.
You tricked me into taking Arc Raiders.
No. Yeah, exactly. No, people did pick up games, and it is paying off for some people. Arc Raiders was on the list. Absalom was on the list. Like, Ball Pit was on the list. All these games scored over 85. I put a trailer in for Europa Universalis 5, knowing that no one wanted to watch that trailer. But
wait, didn't that one overperform?
It's an 87. I'm telling you. I was like, look, EU4 is a loved video game, and the new one's coming out. Might want to save this one. So I'm just saying, and there might have been some others, but
did anyone pick that up in our league?
No one picked it up.
Damn.
But I'm saying it was there. I was trying to tell y'all is what it is. But, you know, I'm glad that some people did pick up some of those games. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll shut up.
All right. Thanks, Fantasy Critic Santa. for your game recommendations.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out. We'll be back next week with a regular episode where we talk about the actual video games that we're playing.
And Jurassic World Evolution 3, which is at 83.
God damn it. We got Ball Pit. What was the other game you were going to talk? Oh, you had two games. Oh,
Double
Keeper.
Fines Keeper.
I keep forgetting Keeper, which is ironic.
You and everybody
else. Yeah. Among other things, maybe someone here will play Arc Raiders before next week. We'll see what happens. But again, just a reminder, if you're listening at home, we do now record these episodes on Thursday nights. We switched from Tuesday, so Thursday night's the new recording time. The way it's working right now, and I think it worked pretty well last week, except there was a little bit of a hiccup with the post-production and stuff, is that I try and get everything edited on Friday or Saturday after we record, and the public version, or the public audio will hit on Monday mornings at 8 a.m. If you happen to be a Patreon supporter or a Twitch subscriber, I'll send out links for those episodes early as soon as I'm done editing them, which could be as early as Saturday. On some occasions, it'll be Sunday, but I'm going to try for Saturday. But anyways,
the delay this past week was because we had to create some new assets.
Yes, that is one way of putting it. But anyways, that's the skinny. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks to everybody who's been participating in Fantasy Critic this year, and we look forward to what's to come for the last 2 months of 2025. Until next week, be good to each other. Wait, what?
Next week. Also, Power 2 wasn't that trailer talk, and it's at 83.
Until next week.
How many more I told you so's can Brad fit in before I sign off? Anyways, until next week, be good to each other, play video games, and good night.